Hello everyone. Let's see the nerve supply of scalp. So total there are 10 nerves. 5 are in front of auricle and 5 are behind the auricle. Out of these 5, 4 are sensory and 1 is motor. So out of total 10 nerves, 8 are sensory and 2 are motor. Now let's see the sensory nerves which are in front of auricle. These sensory nerves in front of auricle are branches of trigeminal ganglion. Now let's see the diagram. First is the supratrochlear and second is the supraorbital. These two are branches of ophthalmic nerve of trigeminal ganglion. So supratrochlear and supraorbital, these two are the branches of ophthalmic nerve of trigeminal ganglion. Then third is the zygomaticotemporal. Which is the branch of maxillary nerve of trigeminal ganglion, and fourth is the auriculotemporal, which is the branch of mandibular nerve of trigeminal ganglion. Then the sensory nerves behind the auricle. Those were in front of auricle, now behind the auricle. These are the branches of the second and third cervical nerves. So the nerves are greater auricular, lesser occipital, third is the greater occipital, and fourth is the third occipital. Now let's see the motor nerves. Motor nerves in front of the auricle and behind the auricle, these are the branches of facial nerve. In front of the auricle is the temporal branch of facial nerve, and behind the auricle is the post-auricular branch of facial nerve. This was the nerve supply. Now let's see the arterial supply of scalp. Now the scalp is the site of free anastomosis between the internal and external carotid arteries. In this also we will see it in front of the auricle and behind the auricle. So in front of the auricle there are 3 arteries. One is the supratrochlear. So this is the supratrochlear, this is the supraorbital. And these two are the branches of the ophthalmic artery which drains into the internal carotid artery. And third artery is the superficial temporal artery. This superficial temporal artery is the branch of external carotid artery. So there are 3 arteries in front of the auricle: the supratrochlear artery, the supraorbital artery, and superficial temporal artery. So these 3 are the in front of auricle. And behind the auricle there is the posterior auricular artery, and second is the occipital artery. And these two, that is the posterior auricular artery and occipital artery, are the branches of external carotid artery. This was the arterial supply. Now let's see the venous drainage. So first, the supratrochlear vein and the supraorbital vein. These two veins join and form the angular vein near the angle of the eye. And this angular vein then descends as facial nerve vein. Second is the superficial temporal vein and maxillary vein. Superficial temporal vein and maxillary vein, they join and form the retromolar vein. Now this retromolar vein has a anterior division and a posterior division. The anterior division of retromolar vein joins with the facial vein, and it forms the common facial vein. And this common facial vein drains into internal jugular vein. So let's revise this. Superficial temporal vein and maxillary vein, they join and form the retromolar vein. Retromolar vein has 2 divisions. One is the anterior division, then second is the posterior division. The anterior division of retromolar vein joins with the facial vein to form the common facial vein, which drains into the internal jugular vein. Then the posterior vein. Now let's see the posterior division of retromolar vein. It also joins with which vein? With the posterior auricular vein. And this forms the external jugular vein. And this external jugular vein drains into the subclavian vein. Then third is the occipital vein. It drains into the suboccipital venous plexus. So 3 veins which we have to remember. First is the supratrochlear and supraorbital vein. They join to form angular vein, which descends as facial vein. Then this facial vein, it joins the anterior division of the retromolar vein. So how retromolar vein is formed? By the superficial temporal vein and maxillary vein join, form the retromolar vein. And this anterior division joins the facial vein. It forms the common facial vein. It drains into the internal jugular vein. And on the posterior division of retromolar vein, it joins the posterior auricular vein, and it forms the external jugular vein. And this external jugular vein drains into the subclavian vein. And third is the occipital vein, which drains into the suboccipital venous plexus. This was the venous supply. Now let's see the last topic, that is the lymphatic drainage. The anterior part of scalp, except the lower half of the forehead, it drains into the preauricular lymph node, which is the superficial parotid lymph node, which is on the surface of the parotid gland. And the posterior part of the scalp, it drains into the posterior auricular lymph node or the mastoid lymph nodes and the occipital lymph node. With this, scalp topic is over. Hope you found this video helpful. Thank you.